Why Trump's anger never turns into action against Netanyahu. US President Donald Trump has repeatedly expressed anger at Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Yet, despite his frustration, Trump has never taken any concrete steps to restrain his ally. In recent weeks, Trump told close aides that Netanyahu prefers to rely on military force to pressure Hamas into surrender, while Trump himself favors negotiating a ceasefire. His fury escalated after Israel launched airstrikes targeting Hamas leaders in Qatar, disrupting a fragile peace process. According to the Wall Street Journal, Trump discussed the matter with top officials, including Secretary of State Marco Rubio, to weigh potential responses. Still, despite his outbursts, Trump refrains from acting against Netanyahu, something that puzzles many observers. Shalom Lipner, a veteran Israeli government advisor now with the Atlantic Council, remarked that Netanyahu's actions prolong the Gaza conflict, strain US ties with regional allies, and complicate Trump's ambitions to expand the Abraham Accords. Trump has not been shy about criticizing Netanyahu. After the Israeli leader congratulated Joe Biden on his 2020 election win, Trump lashed out in an interview, calling Netanyahu disloyal. Yet these words carried little real consequence. As former Israeli ambassador to the US, Itamar Rabinovich, noted, Netanyahu's political survival depends heavily on Trump's support, leaving him undeterred by rhetorical scolding. Instead of exerting military or political pressure, Trump has allowed Israel to escalate operations in Gaza, even at the expense of potential peace talks he once hoped to broker. The White House has declined to comment publicly on this dynamic. Israeli officials, however, insist the bilateral relationship remains excellent, built on shared values and interests. Part of the explanation lies in personal affinity. Both Trump and Netanyahu frame themselves as embattled outsiders unfairly targeted by domestic elites, including through criminal trials. Each portrays his leadership as a mission to reform broken systems. This sense of common cause strengthens their bond. Former Netanyahu spokesman Omer Dostri described their relationship as very, very close, dismissing media reports of tension as calculated messaging. Netanyahu also wields significant influence in Washington. He regularly meets with US lawmakers and has cultivated strong ties with conservative media outlets such as Fox News, Newsmax, and OAN, platforms popular with Trump's base. Meanwhile, Republican support for Israel remains robust, even as Democratic backing has eroded. A July Gallup poll found 2/3 of Republicans viewed Netanyahu favorably, compared with just 9% of Democrats. Republicans want a success story against Hamas, explained Avner Golov, a former senior official on Israel's National Security Council. Still, cracks are emerging within Trump's own MAGA coalition. Some allies have voiced unease that Gaza's drawn-out war could drag the US into wider conflict. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, a staunch Trump supporter, recently accused Israel of committing genocide in Gaza. For his part, Netanyahu goes out of his way to flatter Trump. Just days ago, he attended a ceremony alongside US Ambassador Mike Huckabee to dedicate a seaside walkway in Bat Yam, named after the American president. Netanyahu frequently calls Trump the best friend Israel has ever had in the White House. As Damian Murphy, a former senior Senate Foreign Relations staffer, observed, Netanyahu understands that while the White House may grumble, there is little downside in asking for forgiveness rather than permission.